weak from things that you're seeing, but you got to remember the scriptures.
Yep.
It says, Sirach chapter 2, verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Yeah, the scripture said, I would have fainted unless I would have believed. Get that in Psalms 27:14. That's Psalms 27 and 14, I believe. 13 or 14. Yeah, so brothers, just continue to have faith in the God of the Bible, you know? Continue to believe on this word.
I got it.
Okay.
This is Psalms 27 and 13. I have fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living.
Really good?
Yep, this is Psalms 27 and 13. It says, I have fainted unless I had believed.
Unless I had believed, you know? Say, look, you gotta just believe, you know? And
That's right.
Believing you ain't gonna always see, you know? But you gotta believe that the Lord is, that his servants are gonna eat.
That's right.
Yeah, Isaiah 65, I believe it's 14. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, Psalms 27 and 13. I have fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living.
To see the goodness of the Lord, to see the mercies of the Lord in the land of the living, you know? The Lord's loving kindness, you know? Because the Lord, you know, mercy and wrath are in the Lord's hand. They both come from the Lord. But look, we open to see the Lord's mercy.
Okay. Verse 4.
Oh, that was pretty. Oh, you can
Yeah. Verse 14. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage.
Yeah, be of good courage, you know? So we're supposed to, scripture say, you know, be of good courage. You know, we're supposed to be meditating on this word.
Yeah.
Get Joshua 1 and 8. Let the scripture speak. Okay.
It says, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord.
Hey, he shall strengthen thy heart. Right? He said,
That's
be
right.
of good courage. He's going to strengthen your mind, you
That's
know?
right.
So if we might, you know, be down for a little bit, you know, it's not going to be easy, you know? It's going to be a fight, but look, continue to wait. When that temptation comes, endure it, you know? And that temptation is going to be something that makes you go off, you know? You endure that, and the Lord, you never know. Turn around, you got a big plate of food already cooked for you. You never know, you know what I mean? Because all things are possible with YAHAWASHI. Your favorite meal, too. You're about to shout down on it. Get Joshua 1 and 8.
Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart from thy mouth.
Start at 6.
Joshua 1 and 6.
Read down to 8.
Be strong and of good courage.
Yeah, so be strong. Brothers, we gotta be strong and of good courage. Go ahead.
For unto this people shall thou divide for an inheritance of the land.
Yeah, the Lord promised that we were gonna take down our enemies. The Lord's gonna give us the land of Israel back. You know, that's what we're fighting for. You know, that we are gonna divide the spoils of the heathens. That we are gonna divide the spoils of the heathen. You know, and this is all in the kingdom. You know, of course it's talking about this account, but this is gonna happen again. Go ahead.
Which I swear unto their fathers to give them.
Yeah, because what the Lord said, you know, shall no more be said, the Lord lived that brought up the children of Israel from the land of Egypt, but from the land of the north, and from the places where I have given them, and I shall give unto the land which I swore unto their fathers. You know? So this is what we're fighting for, so we can receive the promised land again back, and we can go back there with those new righteous bodies. Okay?
Verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
Yes, so only be strong and very courageous, you know, that we may keep his commandments, keep his word. Whatever.
Which Moses my servant commanded thee, to turn not from it to do the right hand, or to It's like, turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
Yeah, so don't turn from the law to lean on your own understanding. And what law, we need to see now more than ever? The law of faith. Scriptures say, for whatsoever is not of faith is sin. Romans 14:23. Okay.
That thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest.
That thou mayest prosper wheresoever thou goest, Go ahead. That was the Actually, no, I'm sorry, yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 8, this is the book of the law. This book of the law shall not depart from thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Yeah, so we're supposed to be meditating on this word day and night, And this is what's going to have cause us to have good success. That we may prosper in our goings, that we may continue to trust and fear the God of the Bible. Because when you meditate on this word, there's a penalty, that nuclear fire. Scripture say, blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. Because the second death have no power. We're not trying to fight. We're not trying to face that nuclear power, that second death. That nuclear fire. Okay.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Yeah, we're going to have good success, And we're going to have our success in YAHAWASHI, and believe on his words and his prophecies, that the Lord is going to take care of us.
What Drake say? I just want to be successful. I just want to be successful. And the only way you can do that is through following the Lord, man.
Mission successful.
Right, mission successful, that's right.
Yeah, we're trying to have a successful mission. We're on a mission right now.
That's right.
And we're trying to make it successful.
That was it?
Yep.
This is Romans 14:23.
Yep.
It says, and he that is that doubteth is damned if he eat.
Go ahead.
Because he eateth not of faith.
Yeah, so if you doubting, you already damned, If you doubting on the Lord, you don't believe, it's condemned already. Go ahead.
It says, for whatsoever is not of faith is sin.
For whatsoever is not of faith is sin. So you're committing sin, if you don't believe. And all the sinners of the Lord's people are going to die by the sword. Go ahead.
That was it.
That was it, right?
Yeah.
So he that doubteth is damned of eat, because they eateth not of faith. For whatsoever is not of faith is sin, So you don't believe in the time of trouble, you're going to be committing sin. And the Lord's going to turn his face from you. Back in Sirach. Yep. Are you holding anything?
Isaiah 65.
Isaiah 65, 14. Can you get Isaiah 33:6 real quick? You still on that one? Yeah, read that real quick.
So Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
Yeah, so what? You look at that word stability, it goes back to faith. So believing on YAHAWASHI, believing on this word, the prophecies, the different accounts, this is what's going to keep us stable. Being of good courage.
And strength of salvation, the fear of YAHAWASHI is his treasure.
Yeah, so this word is going to be our strength, Fearing the God of the Bible, that's going to be our real term. The fear of YAHAWASHI is his treasure, So we're going to be rich in that day, We're going to have this knowledge, we're going to have this understanding. Scriptures say the Most High has chosen the poor of this world rich in faith, heirs of the kingdom of the Most High. Give that Isaiah 65 now.
Isaiah 65, verse 14. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy.
13.
Isaiah 65 and 13. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh power.
So this is not our word, this is the words of the Lord. Go ahead.
Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Look, my servants are going to eat, but ye are going to be hungry. You're going to be out here starving to death. Your back is going to be touching your stomach, and vice versa. Your stomach is going to be touching your back. You're going to be so weak, you're not going to be able to get up.
It says, behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
We're going to be drinking in that day. You know, we're going to have a glass of wine, a bottle of wine, you know, drinking real good, sipping it slow. You know, while you people are going to be out here thirsty, drinking your own urine, you know?
Oh, man.
We're going to be good in that day. The elect are his servants. Eating, drinking, you know, singing for joy, praising YAHAWASHI.
Yeah.
But hey, look at the plagues when in the time of Egypt. You know, it didn't come near the children of Israel, and the children of Israel today represents the elect.
Right.
Okay.
Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yeah, the servants of YAHAWASHI are going to be rejoicing. You know? We're going to be rejoicing, but you're going to be ashamed. Your idols aren't going to be able to save you. Everything you put your trust in is going to fail.
Yep.
Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart.
Yeah, we're going to be singing. We're going to be so happy. We're going to be singing, you know? We're going to be dancing. We're going to be excited. The Lord, we're going to have a joy of a heart. We're going to have a joy of mind.
That's right.
Good.
But ye shall cry for sorrow of heart.
Yeah, you ain't gonna know when you're gonna get your next meal. You're gonna see your loved ones die right in front of you. You know, your women are gonna be getting ravished. You know, getting beat up, stomped down.
And you shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Yeah, you're gonna howl for vexation of spirit. You're gonna be howling out here.
Why?
Crying. But the men of the Lord, the servants of YAHAWASHI, the believers of the Lord, those who believe on the names of YAHAWASHI, you know, through faith, you know, you're going to be singing for joy. You're going to be in a good state. It said for joy of mind. The Lord's going to push you at a peace of mind. It's going to be that comfort.
Isaiah 33, we just read it.
Yep, exactly. We'll go back to Sirach too.
You're gonna walk past somebody.
Okay.
Somebody gonna walk past you. They gonna smell oxtail in your breath. Where did you get that from? You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna be drinking good in that day.
Yeah.
You smell that?
Right.
I smell liquor.
Yeah. You got some more of that?
Where you get that liquor from? You know?
Right.
I thought the ABC stores burned down.
Yeah, it's been burnt down. It's been burnt down for a couple of weeks now. Got a daughter here, you know?
They broke all the bottles off the shelves when they were ravishing them. You know?
Good. So back in Sirach chapter 2, verse 14, it says, woe to you that have lost patience. Yeah. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you?
Yeah, what are you going to do when YAHAWASHI comes back and visits you? Nothing, you know? When the Lord brings forth his work, he's going to ask you why you keep fighting. You're not going to have a valid answer for him.
Right.
Okay?
It reads on, Sirach chapter 2, verse 15. It says, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word.
Yeah, so the Lord told us to wait. So they that fear the Lord, they're going to continue to wait. They're going to obey. You know? They're going to do exactly what the Lord had commanded them to do.
That's right.
They're going to be patient. They're going to endorse affliction. They're going to pray unto the God of the Bible and ask for help. You know?
That's right. It reads on, and they that love him will keep his ways.
And they that love him are going to keep his ways. They're going to continue to walk down that straight and narrow path, you know? They're going to continue to keep the commandments, because that's what love is according to the Bible. They're going to follow the ways of the Lord. The way they conduct themselves are going to continue to be in as a manner as the Lord commands us, in the manner that the Lord wants us to be, you know, faithful. The Lord is looking for men of faith, you know, faithful men. We'll tell you that 2 Timothy is one. That was another scripture I was meditating on. Men of faith, faithful men.
I'm finished now.
Okay.
Sirach 2 and 16, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him. And they that love him shall be filled with the law.
Yeah, they that love him shall be, it said, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, you know?
That's right.
And what's well pleasing unto the Lord is fear. You know, fear, faith, trust.
Yeah.
Those are qualities that a lot of people of our nation does not have. You know, only the elect are gonna have these qualities. You know, so we're silent crying day and night unto the God of the Bible, just as the elect would do. We're putting on the elect of the Most High. You know, and we're having hope. You know, the accusation that the Lord is gonna make good on His word.
Right. It says, verse 17.
Because as these things come down closer to the wire, you know, this persecution, you know, the famine that's inevitable. You know, no food on the grocery store. This is when our faith is really gonna be. It needs to hone in. You know,
Right.
It's time to buckle down. You know, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. And what scripture say? The Lord is our buckler. You know, our shield and our protection.
Yep. It says, verse 16, they that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. Verse 17, they that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight.
Yep. Hold James, go back to James. It said, they that fear the Lord will humble themselves. Read it one more time, BAHASHAM.
Yep, this is Sirach 2 and 17. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts, the elect.
Yeah, prepare their minds, you know.
And humble their soul in his sight.
And humble their soul in his sight, you know. Hey, you gotta humble yourselves. That's what this thing is about, being humble. And a lot of people are not humble. A lot of people are backbiters. They're proud. It says disobedient to parents.
Yep.
Of unnatural affection. You know, and all of these are not going to inherit the kingdom of the Most High.
Is he barking at the brothers?
Dog getting riled up.
The dog getting riled up. Dog got a demon on him. Verse 18, saying, we will fall into the hand of the Lord and not into the hands of men, for as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
Yeah, so as the Lord's majesty is, so is his mercy. You know, the majesty of the Lord is untamable. You know, it's unestimable. So is his mercy. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the mercy of YAHAWASHI to be established upon the earth, you know? You know, and this being established, the fact that we're out here, you know, the Lord's mercy is being played out now. Well, we're going to continue in the Lord's mercy.
Yeah, because we would rather fall in the hands of the Lord. Lord shows you mercy. Esau don't show you no mercy, man. Okay, this devil doesn't show any type of mercy, man. That's why the scripture says I got one for you.
Okay. James 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Read James 2 and 13.
Yeah.
James chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that have showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Yeah, and that's Esau Edom, the so-called white man according to the Bible. He has showed you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans no type of mercy at all, man. You know? That's why we rather fall into the hands of the God of the Bible, because we've been reading enough scriptures that the God of the Bible, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, will show us mercy, man. Alright? And this thing is plain, man. You want to receive mercy? Seek the God of the Bible. You don't want to seek mercy? You don't want mercy? Hey, continue doing what you're doing.
Yep. Read that James 4. Wherever you were, 4 times, I believe.
Yeah. It's James chapter 4, verse 7.
Yep.
And we got Luke, I think Luke 18 off still.
Submit yourselves therefore to the Most High.
Yep. Submit yourselves unto YAHAWASHI. You know, humble yourself to his sight. Okay?
Resist the devil and he will flee from you.
Yep, resist Satan. Resist the spiritual demon Satan. He's going to flee from you, you know? He's going to realize he stands no chance against the men of the Lord, you know? Go ahead.
Draw nigh to the Most High and he will draw nigh to you.
Yep, so draw nigh unto YAHAWASHI. You know, and part of that drawing nigh, you're going to humble yourself. You know, you're going to pray unto the Lord. You're going to have your personal relationship with YAHAWASHI. And He's going to draw nigh unto you. He's going to start showing you the secrets. He's going to start showing you favor. The scriptures say when a man ways please the Lord, He maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. You know?
That's right.
Someone hold second Ezra 2:27. Keep going, bro.
Alright.
We're going to get that eventually.
This is cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded.
So let cleanse your hands, ye sinners. And where are we cleansing ourselves with? This word. Going through this baptism. Scriptures say the Lord shall baptize you with fire and with water. You know? You know, we're being cleansed with this word, and we're going through that purification process, that fire. You know? Take off any impurities.
Be afflicted and mourn and weep.
Read that a little more about cleanse your hands, ye sinners.
James 4:8. Draw nigh to the Most High, and He will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded.
Yeah, so we can't be double-minded. We gotta purify our hearts. You know, we gotta be pure and holy in His sight. You know, of a single mind. Scripture say, "Let thy eye be single." You know, we're supposed to have that tunnel vision and really just focus on this truth. You know, and not focus on a million other things. Get 2 Ezra 14 and 14, where it says, "Let go of the immoral thoughts, cast away the burden of man." You remember what that's at? See it 14 and 13, or
This is 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 14. It says, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
you go ahead.
Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
Go ahead.
And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times."
Yes, so the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, you know, cast those things away. You know, cast the burden of man. Oh, the burden of man. What am I going to eat? How am I going to feed my family? You know, the things that a man thinks on his day-to-day. You know, cast those things aside. You know, and trust in the Lord. You know, look, there's the Lord knows the things that we need. YAHAWASHI knows these things already. So we just got to have that faith. That was it. Ezra's, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Go back to James.
If I may say, when it says mortal, it means fleshly.
Yep.
Mortal thoughts, the fleshly thoughts. You know?
Yeah. Yep. That's right, bro.
That's it.
This is James chapter 4, verse 9. Be afflicted and mourn and weep.
Yeah. So be afflicted, mourn and weep. You know. So the Lord's telling us, look, to be afflicted, mourn and weep. Go to that house of mourning. You know. That's where the elect is at. The elect are sighing and crying. Go ahead.
Let your laughter be turned into mourning, and let your joy be heaviness.
Yeah.
Be to heaviness.
Yep, and your joy to heaviness. Your laughter turn into mourning, and your joy into heaviness. Because why? You realize what serious times we're actually living in. You know, you realize that you're in hell, you're in captivity, and the reason why we're in here, you know, is because we sinned against the Lord. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against Him, till He plead my cause. You know.
Humble yourselves in the sight of YAHAWASHI, and He shall lift you up.
Yeah, so humble yourself in the sight of the Lord. He's going to lift you up, you know?
Right.
So while the rest of our people are lifting themselves up through their pride, you know, those who humble themselves in the eyes of the Lord, they are going to be lifted up by YAHAWASHI. The Lord is going to lift them up.
That's right.
When pride cometh in, then cometh shame. But with the meek, with the lowly is wisdom. You know? Get that James 1:12 again.
James chapter 1, verse 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which YAHAWASHI hath promised to them that love Him.
Read it again,
James chapter 1 verse 12. Blessed is he that endureth temptation.
So blessed is he that endureth temptation. We read the definitions of endure, earlier in the definition of temptation. Endure when you're going through sufferings to make hard. Temptation when you're being tempted to do something evil, to do something wicked, some contrast to the Holy Scriptures, to the guide that we have been given. So blessed is the man that endure those things, that endures temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of righteousness. Represent what? We're going to receive that rulership. We're going to receive the everlasting kingdom. Ezra saw the men that stood stiffly for the name of the Lord. They stood stiffly for the names of Yahawah, YAHAWASHI. Right. And they will receive that rulership, and we're going to receive actual crowns as well. Because what does a king wear? A king wears crowns. And the Lord is says what? We are a holy generation, a kingdom of priests and kings. A nation of priests and kings. And a king wears a crown. Any more than that?
Yeah. It's James 1 and 12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation.
Yep.
For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life.
The crown of life. Go ahead.
Which YAHAWASHI have promised to them that love him.
And the Lord has promised these things to those that love him. Those who love the Lord are keeping his commandments. They're fearing, they're having faith. They're coming out here in the dead of winter. When it's 30 degrees outside, the wind's blowing, the humidity's high in the air. Negative degrees in Chicago. The wind. In DC it's even colder. Because it's more up north. We were watching the live stream. The wind was blowing on harder than it is down here. So brothers across the four corners of the earth are suffering for righteousness' sake, suffering for the names of the Lord. Right. And they're going to receive, Lord's willing, that elect, that crown, that rulership position, to be saved. What are you going to say?
I say the ones that love the Lord, they're happy to do the work.
Yeah. That's right. And Saturday keeps coming by quicker and quicker. I was like, yo, tomorrow's Saturday already? I woke up, it was Saturday? Wow. Brothers texting me about camp. Hey, this is what's going down. I was like, alright, it's camp already. Yeah. Jake be happy to get up and go work for you, so you gotta be happy and willing. Yep. Scripture says, if you be willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. If you refuse and rebel, you shall be devoured by the sword. That sword represents destruction.
Yep.
Are you on anything?
This is
okay.
2 Corinthians 10 and 13. It says, but we will not boast of things without measure.
1 Corinthians, well, go to 13 and 10. 2 Corinthians 13 and 10.
Oh, there's it. 13 and 10.
Oh, 1 Corinthians maybe?
Nah.
Therefore, go to 1 Corinthians 10, 13. You know what I'm looking for? A man shall not be tempted above that ye are able.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's 10, 13.
This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. Now there have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Yeah, so it's actually first. It says the Most High is read one more time about sure.
Yep, this is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as in common to man. But the Most High is faithful, and who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Yeah, so the Most High is faithful, to to wherein He's not going to allow you to be tempted above your measure, above your strength. You know, the Most High knows what spirit. You know that we have His spirit in us.
Right.
So the Lord knows what a man can endure, what type of spirit, what type of hell that he can go through.
Right.
What is his breaking point?
Right.
But look, the Lord is going to put us to. He's going to put us to our limits. You know, before the breaking point,
right.
you know, to test our faith, to try us, to make sure that we endure, to continue to trust in Him, but to believe, brothers, the Most High is faithful.
Right.
You know, we gotta believe that the Most High is a faithful power.
Right.
The scriptures say it. The Most High is true. The Most High is faithful. I believe it tells you that in Deuteronomy as well, that He's a faithful power. He's doing justly. The Most High does justly, you know? He does righteously.
It says, 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, it says, but will with the temptation also maketh a way to escape.
Yeah, but with that same temptation, the things that you're going through, something that that hell that you're catching, you know, now Satan is coming to you and you're weak. The tempter comes to you when you're weak, you know?
Right.
You know, we might be low in the spirit to see if you're going to go off. Or
Right.
if you're going to continue to trust in the Lord.
That's right. It says, also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Yeah, so what? He's going to make a way, He's going to give you a way out, you know? He's going to give you a way out so that you may be able to bear it, you know? To bear the things that you're going through.
That's right. You right.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
But yes, the Lord's, you know, He's gonna make you a way out for you, man, an escape, a back door. You know what I'm saying? There's like, what was that? Was it the Matrix, where they had to meet at certain spots to escape? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if brothers remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Matrix, right?
The phones.
The Matrix, the phone lines.
Yeah.
I got a line for you.
Yeah.
I got secure.
Yeah. You know? That's what the Lord's gonna do, man. You gotta trust and believe in that, man. All right? He's going to bear it. Or if you put you through it, you're gonna be able to bear it, you know?
Yeah, whatever brothers, you know, brothers is talking about, you know, brothers losing their lives for the truth, you know? Whatever you have to go through, you know, you are preordained to do that, you know?
That's right.
And the Lord, hey, He's gonna put a willingness spirit to fight, you know, a willingness spirit to keep pushing on.
That's right.
It's the reason why you were able to come out here is because the Lord put the Spirit on you to do those things.
Right.
Why you able to fellowship with the brothers? The Lord put the Spirit on. The Spirit of the Lord is on us. You know.
And that's another reason not to be proud, man. You know?
Yep. That's right.
That was it on that.
That's right.
Get James 5 and 10 first, and then what you got? First Peter. Yeah, get that.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 1. For as much then as Hamashiach have suffered for us in the flesh.
Yeah, the Lord went through all types of things. You know, He suffered for us in the flesh. That proves right there. I mean, there's enough scriptures. Anybody saying the Lord wasn't a man that walked upon the face of the earth, all right, you know, I don't really understand it. You know. But look, as much for as YAHAWASHI, Hamashiach suffered for us in the flesh, He suffered for us. It tells you that in Isaiah the 53rd chapter. He was wounded for our transgressions. You know, and through His stripes we are healed. You know? So the Lord taught all types of hell so that the nation of Israel could be healed, starting with the elect. So that we can be made whole again. Go ahead.
First Peter chapter 4, verse 1. For as much then as Hamashiach have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourselves likewise with the same mind.
So we gotta arm ourselves likewise with the same mind He had. You know, he had that. What is it? 1 Peter 5 and 8, or 1 Peter? Yeah, I believe. You know what? Yep. It says arm yourself likewise with the brothers right here. 1 Peter actually. Right, he might as well get it. 1 Peter's 5 and 8.
So Isn't
No, it's not 1 Peter 5:8. It's where it says, let me get it. Oh, yes, read that first.
How's it go again?
It's 5 and it might be
Go ahead,
second
go ahead.
Peter.
Go ahead, read Shamar while you're getting it.
1 Peter 4:1. For as much then as Mashiach have suffered for us in the flesh, arm yourself likewise with the same mind.
That's right. So you got to arm yourself likewise. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the Lord went through. And look, we're going to go through those same things, man. You know? Not as bad as he went through it, but we're going to go through it, man. You know? And that's another thing that once guys learn that, man, they, you know, they get weary. They get weak. Well, I don't know, I can go through that, man. You know?
For he that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sin.
Yeah, so when you suffer in the flesh, you cease from sin, because these bodies were created to go off, man. These bodies was created to give into your flesh, man. You know?
This song, 67.
Following Hebrews, right?
Yeah, Hebrews 5 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always get 1 Peter's and Hebrews 7.
That's all
what
good.
it is.
That's all good. No, you're fine. You guys can walk through.
This is Hebrews 5 and 7, who in the days of his flesh, when he had offered up prayers and supplication with strong crying and tears unto him that was able to save him from death, and was heard in that he feared, though he were a son, yet he learned obedience by the things which he suffered, and being made perfect, he became heir of the eternal. Honestly, I forgot why I wanted to bring that scripture out. But get that Psalms 119:67. I don't think that was the one.
With it.
That's not the one.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Psalms 119:67. Before I was afflicted, I went astray.
Yep.
But now I have kept thy word.
So look, before we were afflicted, we went astray. You know?
Oh, you guys good? No, go. You guys good, man. No.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're good, man.
Jesus in my son, bro. 10 degrees out there.
Right. You know, it's sweating too.
Read again, bro? Sorry, guys.
Psalms 119:67. Before I was afflicted, I went astray.
Yep.
But now I have kept thy word.
Yeah, so before I went afflicted, I went astray. You know, we were being niggas in the world, you know, but now that we've been afflicted, you know, we have kept the Lord's words, you know, so it's good that we've been afflicted. Read verse 71. Hopefully that's it.
Verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes.
Yeah, so it's good that we're going through this hell, you know? This is a good thing. It's good that we're catching this hell. You know?
2/3 don't want to go through this, man.
That's what I really want.
2/3 rather be out somewhere, you know, drinking, partying, you know, living their life up. Right. You know, spending time with their kids, their girl, their woman. That's why 2/3 can't get this, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Really get woke up?
So Psalms 119, verse 71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes.
Yep, so it is a good thing that we're going through this hell, you know? It's good, you know? It's a very good thing that we must go through these things, you know? To inherit the kingdom. Get Romans 8 and 17 after that. We'll hold that. Oh, brother got James 5.
James chapter 5, verse 10.
Was that precinct?
Romans 8, 17.
James chapter 5, verse 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of YAHAWASHI, for an example of suffering affliction.
And you know, we have the scriptures, but another example we have is our apostles and elders, you know, that have been out pushing the word, you know, in all types of conditions, you know, when it's super cold outside, the wind's blowing, when it's 100 degrees outside and it's super hot, you know, we had that example that they made it through so another man, we can make it through as well. You know, look at the persecutions, the slanderings that they have been going through and still are going through this day. You know, and what the Lord's still dealing with them. You know, they are still believing in YAHAWASHI. The different accounts. You know, brothers know your walk. You know, things you've gone through. You know, heads of your camp, you've heard different stories. You know, we have to take that for an account, you know, for an example. Look at all the things the Apostle Paul suffered, you know. He went into it, you know. 3 times I was beaten with rods. You know, I suffered shipwreck. If we can get that, get 2 Corinthians 11. I believe we start at 24. Everything. Finish that out, bro. Finish James out. We can start from top real quick.
James chapter 5, verse 10.
Yep.
Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of YAHAWASHI, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience.
So we have those of patience. What it's going to tell you, it's going to tell you for suffering of patience and affliction, for suffering, you know, for that long suffering, you know, and affliction, for going through that hell. But it's going to bring it out, read verse 11.
Behold, we count them happy which endure.
Yeah, we count them happy which endure. You know, those who are going through their afflictions and enduring them, we count them happy. Go ahead.
Ye have heard of the patience of Job.
Yeah, so we've heard the patience of Job. The Lord, you know, Job went through those things as an example for us today. Look at all the things that he went through, and notice how his estate was greater than his beginning. You know, everything he lost, he got back 100-fold. You know, just like everything we have forsaken on this side, you know, Lord's only part of the elect, we're gonna get back 100-fold. For every woman that turned you down to hear the beard on your face, you're gonna get 100 women. You know, and that's a small thing. Women are a small thing.
That's the first. That's the first.
It's a soul, boy.
Huh?
You don't even know she in there all the way.
Right.
Don't even look at her.
She worked in there pretty good though.
Yeah. And have seen the end of the Lord Yahushua.
Yeah, so you seen the end of Job, you know? That the beginning of him was greater than the end. Go ahead. I'm sorry, the end of him was greater than the beginning.
Behold, we count them happy which endure.
Yep.
Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and
And the
have seen
scriptures say that. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning.
That's right.
It's like your brother, go ahead.
And the end, and we have seen the end of our Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and tender mercy, and of tender mercy.
Yeah, the Lord is very pitiful and tender mercy. Look at all the things Lord YAHAWASHI endured. You know, he was lowly when he came. He was lowly when he came into the earth. You know, he wasn't a rich man. You know, he wasn't rich to a point where he, as scriptures say he became poor for our sake.
Yep.
You know, and look what he received at the end. You know, after his walk, everything he endured.
Yep.
Any more than that, bro? Done.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 10. I now started
2 Corinthians. That's all. 2 11.
yeah, 11. I get to the point.
Yeah.
It says, verse 25, thrice was I beaten with rods. Once I was stoned, once was I stoned. Thrice I suffered a shipwreck.
24, received 9, 5 stripes. What 23 say?
Yeah, that's how I was seeing what I was going to start at.
Yeah, start 24.
Okay. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 24.
This is the sufferings of Paul. You know, we have this example. And I tell you, none of the birds are going through what he went through. You know, we ain't getting. We're just gonna break it down.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 24. It says, of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one.
Read again.
Verse 24, of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one.
Yeah, we ain't getting beat by, we ain't getting beat, you know? We ain't being physically harmed out here, you know? This is a mental battle,
Right.
you know? The battle's up here in the mind, you know?
Can you imagine that ancient strength too back then? You know? Yeah, somebody about 8 feet, you know? They was larger than what they were now.
Yep,
But,
for sure, bro.
stronger too. Not eating no processed foods or nothing.
Wasn't no processed food, bro.
Right.
It's crazy. People say you can endure a lot more stuff when you're younger. Yeah, because the longer you're here in Babylon, the more your body breaks down because the more junk you're putting inside of it.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. It's like 30 degrees. You got a drop top down. Like,
That's Jake.
what's wrong with Jake, man? This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 24.
They got nothing on their head too. They trying to be
Nothing.
seen.
Yeah, they trying to be seen. It says, of the Jews 5 times received I 40 stripes, save one.
Mm-hmm.
Thrice was I beaten with rods.
Yeah, 3 times it was beaten with rods. Go ahead.
Once I was stoned.
Yeah, the Apostle Paul was stoned. Was a brothers ever stoned before? You know? Brothers ever been stoned? I know I haven't. You
Now
know?
on this side.
Now on this,
You know.
yeah, we haven't been stoned. You know? So look at the things they endured. A suffering affliction for the Lord YAHAWASHI.
God.
All for the Lord. They did all this for the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, thrice I suffered shipwreck.
Shipwreck. You brothers ever been shipwrecked? No, we haven't. Go ahead.
A night and a day have I been in the deep.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 26. And the journeys often in perils of waters, in perils of robbers.
And perils is danger, you
Yep.
know? Different dangers the apostle had to go through.
Somebody trying to mug him, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Trying to get him for his money. You know? We don't suffer that on this side, you know? 2/3 do, you know?
Yeah.
It says,
The Lord said his teacher's not going to be removed to a corner anymore, you know?
it says, and perils by own countrymen,
Yup.
and perils by the heathen,
Mm-hmm.
and perils in the city, and perils in the wilderness, and perils in the sea.
So Paul was catching hell everywhere. He's like, look, I'm catching hell everywhere I go, you
Right.
know? But all for the Lord.
Dang. Almost made me spill my I'm just not. It reads on. It says, and the pearls among false brethren,
Go ahead.
and the weariness and painfulness and watchings often, and hunger and thirst, and fasting often, and cold and nakedness. Whew.
Yeah, so we go through some of these things, but of course, you know, the watching, staying up late, the sleepless nights that brothers might have, you know?
Yep,
But hey, after the work of the Lord, we get a good night's sleep, you know?
that's right. Out here in the cold,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
That's right. You know, these are all examples. Apostle Paul went through these things as well. You know, we today are going into some of these, going through some of these things. Because what? We're appointed to suffer. You know, we're appointed onto these things. You know, so brothers, just remember that we're suffering for a cause. You know,
That's right.
we're sitting out here, you know, preaching His word for a reason.
That's right.
This word is bringing down our enemies.
That's right.
This word is bringing down the so-called white man to expose him for the devil that he is.
Let's keep him up day and night.
That's
You know?
right.
You ever see someone who hasn't got sleep, their eyes all red, they're all, you know what I'm saying, wide-eyed and stuff,
Yep.
you know? That was it on that.
That was on that, right?
Yeah.
Get Romans 8 and 17.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse
You
17.
can start 16.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, turn the page. It's a lot, yeah.
It says, the Spirit,
The spirit itself.
yeah, I'll start there.
Yep.
Yep, it says Romans 8 and 16, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
Yeah, the things that are prophesied in the Holy Bible, like men going on cargo slave ships, they link up to exactly who we are today.
Yep.
The prophecies, what we're going through, tell us that we are the children of the Most High.
Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable, man. Who's the ones fighting for justice out here, man? You don't see Moab, you don't see the so-called Chinese walking around protesting, okay? You don't see the dying East Indian, hands up, don't shoot, okay? You don't see the so-called African being told to go back to his country. This happens to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man.
Sure.
Facts.
And bro, you been stopping every hour?
Yep.
Okay, go on.
Romans 8:17. And if children, then heirs.
And if we children, then we heirs, right? And we the heirs.
That's right.
We the heirs. We're the princes of the power. Are we
That's
not?
right.
Yahshua, is that not what it means? The princes of the power?
He is Prince Power.
Yep.
It says, verse 17, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach.
And look, we joint heirs with the Lord,
That's right.
And the Lord got everything. The Lord has put everything under him, Save the Most High, Everything has been put under Lord YAHAWASHI's feet,
That's right. That's right. It says, if so be that we suffer with him.
If so be that we suffer with him,
But yeah, I definitely. Oh, sorry.
What's that? Timothy's, I believe, if we suffer with him, we shall also reign with him.
Yep.
It's in Timothy's, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It says, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
Yeah, so we gotta suffer. If we suffer with the Lord, we're gonna be glorified with him together. It's part of the walk, part of the journey. It tells you that that you can't. How can a man make it through the wide to the kingdom unless he goes through the straight and narrow first? It's what we are appointed to do. In Lord's will we endure to the end. Scripture say, "He that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved."
We still holding some things. Luke.
Let's finish that Luke out there. You come on.
I was only one on that.
Yeah, that was it, right?
It's some more.
Okay.
It says, for verse 18, for I reckon that
That's it.
For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared unto the glory which is revealed in us.
Yeah, look, so he said, I reckon, that the sufferings, the things that you're going through are not even worthy to be compared.
That's right.
To the glory that should be revealed in us, Get Isaiah 64:5.
64:5. It's the book of Isaiah 64:5. It says, thou meetest him that rejoiceth and work of righteousness.
64, you know what I want?
Nah.
I have not seen, you have not heard 65:4 maybe?
Yeah, it might be.
I have not seen.
Yeah, no ear heard.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay. It's somewhere around here. 66. 66. That's Jeremiah.
Most likely.
You're right here, right? Oh, we choose their delusion. No, that's not it.
Well, you can just quote it. I mean, the brothers can look it up on their own. Because Scripture said, I have not seen nor ear heard what the Lord has prepared for those that wait for him. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay? We can't imagine, all right, the sufferings that we're going through, what the Lord has prepared for us, man. Lord, when we some of those men that endure. All right? And that's what it's about.
Oh, 64 and 4.
64 and 4?
Yeah.
This is, damn, I dropped it. Isaiah 64 and 4. Man, I just had it.
Because the Lord's going to say it, I don't want to make a point.
You good.
You guys
You
are
good.
really-
Right. This is Isaiah 64 and 4. that Elam?
That's Elon.
It was Elon, right? Yeah.
Oh, I know you said Edom.
Nah.
I was like, I don't think that was Edom.
You never know. Edom got planted seed down too.
I wondered until we dig there.
See how he walk. I don't know.
Crazy.
It says, Isaiah 64:4, for since the beginning of the world, men have not heard nor perceived by the ear, neither have I seen.
Yeah, neither have I seen, so no one's heard anybody speak about the kingdom. The Lord's been keeping it on wraps. The Lord's been keeping it a secret.
Right.
You know?
You see that planet the Lord's building for the elect, yo?
Yeah, it's been on wraps. It's been on the secret. You know? No one's even seen the kingdom. You know? Go
it
ahead.
says, oh God, besides thee,
Besides the Lord, go ahead.
what he had prepared for him that waited for him.
Yeah. No, it said neither have men perceived. It hasn't even gone into your minds.
That's right.
You know, so we can think of how great the kingdom's gonna be. We can try to describe it, but we're gonna fall very short. You know, the Lord hasn't put it in our minds to know exactly how the kingdom's gonna look, how it's gonna look. You know, different things. You know, it can't even be described with words. We don't even know the words to use to describe it. You know, what the Most High have for them that love Him.
That's right.
You know,
You got cracking smiles sometimes, like man, you know.
you got the kingdom waiting for us.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what we go through, you gotta remember, our brethren, you know, brothers in the faith are going through the same things. We're going through these same afflictions. You know.
That's right. So he said, go back to Luke 18 and what?
7.
This is Luke chapter 18, verse 7. It says, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him?
Yeah, the elect is crying day and night on because they waiting for the kingdom.
That's right.
You guys. Go ahead.
Which one?
The nigga one.
Yeah.
Yeah, proud.
Yeah.
Face.
The red jacket look kind of like he's scared to walk through.
He can barely walk.
Man. Luke chapter 18, verse 7, it says, though he bear long with them.
Yes, so shall not the Most High avenge his own elect? Yeah, look, the elect are crying day and night unto the Lord.
That's right.
Come deliver us. Come bring us onto that kingdom that you promised us.
Right.
You'll come get us out of the hand of our enemies. You know?
Show us your mercy.
That's right.
You know? We ain't getting it from these other nations.
Mm-hmm.
They heard of our cry, you know? No one came to give us a helping hand. You know?
That's right, bro.
Another
That's right.
reason why they all going into captivity. Verse 8, Luke 18 and 8, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily.
Yes, speedily. Look, nevertheless, he will avenge them speedily. The
That's
Lord is
right.
going to avenge his elect speedily.
That's right.
Very quickly. You know, it may seem long to us, you know, because we're in these fleshly bodies, you know. Time doesn't seem, one day to the Lord is 1,000 years to us.
Yep.
You know, so look, he says speedily, very quickly.
Yep.
The Lord is shortening the days for the elect's sake. You know, tomorrow is already in March, you know?
Yeah.
They're videotaping. Stop.
Oh,
No,
you good?
no. You know, you guys are good. No. No. It says, St. Luke chapter 18, verse 8, nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
Yeah, nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, shall he find faith on the earth, you know? Are those men still going to be silent crying? The elect will, you know?
Beautiful way to segue what we're going to.
The elect will, you know?
You're right.
The elect are going to be still going to be found faithful in the Lord, because they're going to they're those men that are given meat in due season.
That's
you
right.
know, so that when the Lord returns, all that He have is going to be given to them. You know,
That's right.
He's going to make them ruler of all His goods.
That's right. And the scripture said, what? Shall he find faith on earth, man? You know? Because the Lord is bringing a lot of death and destruction, man. Get me 2nd Ezra 6 and 9 and 1. And we're going to get into some destruction. Get Matthew 10 and 34 real fast. We'll just see where the Spirit goes from there.
You want Matthew's first?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Saint.
Back is Ezra 15. And we'll read down some in that.
Okay.
Second Ezra chapter 15.
Give me that Matthew's first.
Okay. This is Saint Matthew chapter 10, verse 34, and it reads. Major stuff together.
It's all good. The Lord, see, you know, the scripture said what? Shall the Lord find favor?
I got it. This is St. Matthew 10:34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
So the Lord's bringing a sword, man.